There are three traits that distinguish herbivores from carnivores and omnivores: the use of hooves, a complex digestive system that classifies them as ruminant herbivores, and distinct teeth. Keep in mind that these traits don't always apply to all herbivores, but when you see them, you'll be able to tell the animal's food preference. Any mammal with hooves fall into the category of ungulate. An ungulate is categorized as a hoofed herbivorous quadruped. Modern hoofed mammals make up three groups: Artiodactyla, or even-toed ungulates, include pigs, camels, deer, and bovines. The second is Perissodactyla, or odd-toed ungulates. These include horses, tapirs, and rhinos. And lastly, there are three groups that are kind of doing their own thing. The Proboscidea include elephants. The Hyracoidea consist of the hyrax. The Sirenia include manatees and dugongs. Look at the animals in front of you. Can you tell which group they belong to? After the extinction of the dinosaurs at the end of the Mesozoic era, about 248 to 65 million years ago, mammals thrived. The age of mammals began during the Tertiary period, 65 to 1.8 million years ago. Mammals gained new features and new sizes. Most importantly, grasslands spread over vast distances. Claws of their synapsid ancestors developed into hooves. Hooves are an adaptation that were pushed onto their ancestors to become faster at running from predators. Hooves are extensive structures that support all of the animal's body weight. This allows for a longer stride. Raising the heel and joint off the ground increases the number of joints needed to move the leg forward, effectively increasing the rate of the stride. Hooves were necessary in the survival of the grasslands. Artiodactyla, or even-toed ungulates, which include cattle, deer, and their relatives, are ruminants. Ruminants such as this bison and many other herbivores like goats, cattle, giraffes, and deer are animals that have 4 compartments to their stomachs. Humans only have 1. Why? This is because these mammals don't have the proper enzyme to digest cellulose in cell walls. The 4 parts to these digestive systems are the rumen, the reticulum, the omasum, and the adomasum. The rumen is the largest part of the digestive system. It's filled with microorganisms that are able to break down grass and other coarse vegetation. Partially chewed grasses are turned into balls of cud in the reticulum. The animal then regurgitates it, chews it more, and then reprocesses it back into the reticulum. After the reticulum, the food then moves to the omasum for further digestion. The final part of the digestion takes place in the abomasum, or the true stomach. The digestive enzyme lysozyme breaks down bacteria to release nutrients in this part. So where did these intense digestive systems come from? The nature of ruminant evolution is still disputed. Evidence for the origins of complex digestive systems brings us back to the synapsids, ancestors to modern mammals. The oldest known plant-eater synapsids lived during the late Carboniferous period and early Permian period. Casids are the prime example. With teeth built for grinding plants and a barrel-like body, it is thought that such large bodies were needed to cage a very large digestive system. Other evidence leads us back to the Tertiary period. As grasslands became more prevalent and mixed into the diets of more and more herbivores, and the size of these animals greatly increased, the bacteria and the size of the stomach had to adapt to the new diets and environmental conditions. The teeth of herbivores come in many different shapes. Some have broad, flat molars with rough surfaces that are used in grinding tough plant tissues, as seen on the Asian elephant in front of you. Some herbivores have chisel-like front teeth for gnawing through wood or seeds, such as squirrels and other rodents. There are two types of herbivores, the grazers and the browsers. The grazers need taller teeth with more enamel to help them with their diet. A diet of grass alone can take its toll on a set of teeth because grass contains tiny particles called phytoliths that wear down teeth, not to mention the dirt that comes with it. So naturally, a grazer has to have more durable teeth. For the origin of these teeth, we can again consult the Permian synapsids and the tertiary grasslands. In the Permian synapsids, we find dicynodonts, who had sharp, turtle-like beaks for snipping plants. Also, Diasparactus, who had long front teeth for ripping leaves, and flat, molar-like back teeth for grinding plant matter. If we fast forward to the age of the mammals, the Tertiary period, we can see that some of these same teeth patterns exist. The teeth of early elephants were short to compensate for browsing diets. A diet of grass alone, like modern elephants, would have worn their teeth down. A dietary shift would cause adaptations to be made over time.